What's up, everybody? I'm here today to talk to you about Tesla Motors. I'll do a quick SWOT analysis, talk about some of the things going on in the company, and give my little spiel about why Tesla is or isn't a good company to buy from. For those of you that don't know what Tesla Motors even is, I provide a quick little company background here. Their mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. So what does that mean? This basically means that their entire premise is to create non-gasoline using modes of transportation. So they developed the first fully electric vehicle back in 2006, the Roadster. Again, the whole company is built on renewable energy. So CEO Elon Musk, a very well-known entrepreneur, he's an innovator, he's a visionary, he's a brilliantly minded person who is focused on the future of our world. So he founded Tesla in 2003. They launched that first car in 2006, as I mentioned. And as you can see in those revenue dollars, the last 4 or 5 years, they've really grown pretty substantially. So moving on to the SWOT analysis, the two most notable things here I'd say are these vehicles are technologically superior. They're extremely safe. These are vehicles that have 5-star crash ratings across the board. So not just an average of 5 stars, but all the ratings are 5-star. Obviously, innovation is something that they are solely focused on. The entire idea of the vehicle is new, so tons of investments in R&D, and they're definitely able to specialize in this area. Some of the weaknesses, most notable in my opinion from here is the rapid cash burn. So that's something, all this investment R&D, you lose money really fast. When most of your money is going into R&D and trying to develop new products, it's going to take a while before you can become profitable. The other thing is the delivery targets. So when they finally do launch a new car, the backlog is so long, they usually are unable to get out of their backlog for a year or two because they're already behind. So definitely a couple weaknesses there. Some of the opportunities for Tesla, again, there's a huge focus in our society on environmental issues, one of them being CO2 emissions. Whether you look at vehicles or airplanes or trains or whatever it may be, we are burning fuel extremely fast. So Elon Musk is definitely focused on a way to provide some form of renewable energy so we can have reliable transportation and really a better environmentally safe planet. Another opportunity is to sell at dealerships. This is something where if you actually want to purchase a Tesla vehicle, you have to find a Tesla dealership. You can't just go to your local place and there's going to be Tesla sitting there. So you got to figure out where they are and try and get to one. Some of the threats. So obviously people are focused on a better way for transportation. If there's an alternative method to driving a car, people are going to use it, especially in more condensed cities and things like that. People are always looking for ways, one, to save money, but two, to be more environmentally sound. And the most notable of the threats are that the electric cars are expensive. So this could also be in the weakness category, but I decided to throw in the threats because it is a real threat. We'll move on to the next slide to highlight what I mean. So some of the products, you can see the Roadster in 2006 started at around $101,000. The Model S can range anywhere from $70,000 to $100,000 depending on what kind of features you have in it. And the Model X, which is basically Model S with the hatchback and has a little more space, goes for around $130,000. So most people that I know, most people around are not buying these vehicles solely based on price. So it's definitely considered a luxury item, definitely tailored towards the upper class market. So right now this is a huge threat and a huge weakness for Tesla that we have to focus on. So I decided to create a new vision of the company, and it's very, very simple, but still it makes sense. So Tesla's mission is to accelerate the world's transition to affordable, sustainable energy. So why did I add that word in there? I think when you consider sustainable energy, the technology exists today. It's out there. Again, Tesla's been developing these products for over 10 years now. It's just a matter of getting them into the hands of all of us consumers. So again, if your average vehicle is around $100,000, a very small group of people will be able to afford that. So definitely needs to be a focal point for all. Some of the objectives, obviously, continue that focus on R&D. So Elon Musk announced the Model 3 this year. It's definitely going to be a game changer for Tesla. It's got all the same technology perks, all the same safety features. 0 to 60 in 5 or 6 seconds. Definitely a fantastic car, and at the base price is starting at around $35,000, so definitely much more affordable. If you want some of the better features, it's going to cost you around $42,000. So still, I'd say a higher end product. I know most people probably in their young adult years will not be buying a $40,000+ vehicle, but it's still headed in the right direction. So Tesla really needs to continue to focus on R&D and putting a product out there that more people can afford. Speaking for myself, I recently made a car purchase. My previous car broke down, and I had to make a wise purchasing decision, and I went with the Honda Accord. I went with the lease option, so hopefully 3 years down the road, maybe there'll be a Tesla out there that's a little bit more affordable that I can get my hands on. Another thing Tesla I know is focusing on, obviously there's people in leadership there that are much smarter than I am, but we have to find a way to place renewable energy inside cities. Again, there's a lot of other transportation modes other than by car. So our trains, our taxis, our airplanes even at some point need to be fully electric. A couple other goals, we need more charging stations. How many of you are driving around and you see a lot of Tesla charging stations just hanging out? Right now the battery on a Model S gets, I believe, close to 300 miles, and that's the model that gets the most miles out of the battery. So we need more charging stations, and we're going to need more dealerships and repair areas, because right now, again, the only place to purchase a Tesla vehicle is at the dealership, and the only place to get it fixed is at the dealership. So you have to be really financially sound to make the choice to buy a Tesla vehicle. So in closing, finish with the fact that I believe Tesla is on the right track. It's a fantastic company with fantastic leadership. Elon Musk is incredible. Again, I'm really hoping 3 years down the road when I hand my Honda Accord back and I'll be able to make that switch to a Tesla because there's a more affordable option. Thanks for tuning in.